Hello, my Barry and Barriettes. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all following your journeys. And I hope you're eating right. Now the Christmas period is all out the way. I know it's the end of January, but it's still little temptations that flutter around the house. It's just very easy. Um, I've managed to the whole way over Christmas, New Year's. I've been absolutely fine. Tempted, I'm not gonna lie. 2 years out, there has been a few little temptations, but kick my ass, kick my own ass, sort myself out. Let's 2 years. 2 years is an amazing time. I've lost too much weight. I've gone through too much to come out the other side to mess it all up for Quality Street. And I'm talking about Quality Street because those golden barrels and those toffee pennies. Oh my god! But no, not even one. Avoided them like the plague. I would say something else, but I don't know how many people are watching and from where and from what category of people they are, so I won't. So a little update. So where have I been this week? So last week, obviously, you all know my sister passed, and something I vowed to do is have a tattoo done for her. Um, Michelle was one of those people, go big or go home. So of course I had to honour that. So I've had a whole back piece done for her of tattoo. Did I say tattoo? I'm not too sure. I will upload the picture. It's just easier because I'm holding you in my hand, and somehow I've lost my phone stand that I used to record myself on because I love myself. No, I broke it. I don't know how. So yeah, I will upload it. I've got this side. Her favourite creature was a butterfly. Oh, I got choked up then. With a butterfly. So I've had a butterfly done, half a butterfly done this side, and I've had half a angel wing done on my other side. I've got her actual handwriting has been blown up. I kept all her letters she wrote to me from prison over the years, and she used to do this fancy handwriting. Um, and as I was packing up, as I was packing up my old house, I saw this letter that she wrote me. And of course, there's no other way that I'm gonna have a tattoo without her handwriting. So her name goes down the middle, with her date of birth and the date of death. Um, so yeah, it's pretty personal. It means a lot, and it was bloody painful. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I found a negative with bariatric surgery. It's feeling your bone. Never felt a bone in my life. That's a lie. I've never felt my own bones in my own life. Um, Suddenly walking into doors hurts. It kills. Having a tattoo go round your rib is absolutely unbearable. That is the most excruciating pain I've ever had to go through in my life, and it's taken about 5 or 6 sittings. This whole back piece that I've had done. I say whole back piece. It's kind of like, let me see if I can just show you a little bit. Um, you can see a little bit of butterfly. And then you've probably seen, I've probably shown you bits of that bit anyway. So bits like that. But it goes from left to right. I already had pink lyrics on my back anyway from many moons ago, when I was 16 actually. Um, and it goes really down to the point where this the excess skin, you can really see it. So we cut it off there. It might go a little bit over, but we've cut it off there specifically, hoping when they cut it, it's not going to cut the tattoo, and if it is, it's going to be like a line we can kind of fix later on down the line. But right, so yeah, I wanted to come on. Just I've updated you guys the whole way through this, and it sounds really silly. Tattoos. Who would have thought bariatric surgery affects tattoos? Um, well, of course it does. Never in your life would I have put that together prior. Although I've had tattoos, obviously losing all the weight, I've always promised myself tattoos, and I haven't had them done for over 10 years because of how big I was. I didn't want them to ruin. It's just look crap when you've lost the weight. Um, so, and they've only been little ones, do you know what I mean? Like a couple of hours tops. Well, each session I've had over the last months of losing my sister, I mean, they've been 7, 8 hour sessions. I've gone into shock. The last weekend, I went into shock 2, 3 times. I didn't tell the tattooist. It's not his fault. It's nothing he done wrong. I just, in my heart of hearts, it's for Michelle. Keep going. Do you know what I mean? It's go big or go home. You know. So yeah, I just had to get it finished. It was. It's been a. I'm the type of person. I'm all or nothing. Um, and again, because of my back anyway, I have to be so very, very careful. The slightest bit on any bone is excruciating at the best of times, and I've got so much nerve damage now. Some of my back is numb, and some of it I feel 10 times more. It's bizarre. And then, although he has gone down my spine, he's been as careful as he possibly could, because it's the most horriblest pain you've felt in your life. And that's even without the prolapse discs that I've got and the dehydrated cartilage, and the list goes on. So yeah, bariatric surgery. It's not negative because it's my own silly fault, and I should have been more prepared. Although, in fact, to be fair, I took 3 eggs, a slice of bread, Philadelphia cheese, and a tin of beans with me to the tattooist, and they were halfway through when I got to a point where I knew I couldn't take it anymore. Not the pain, the state of shock I was in. Um, that's when I was gonna make something to eat. And that's I still eat in normal time, so quantity, same thing. It's just obviously your body is taking a battering when you're having a tattoo. Well, being a bariatric patient, losing so much body mass, losing so much body fat, you don't realise how it has an effect on you. Um, and that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, I'm chuffed as anything, and I never want to feel a rib ever again in my life. I'm not going to lie to you. Um, yeah, it's amazing how much you don't realise. And I was funny enough talking to someone not long ago about protein. Prior to bariatric surgery, although you were told about protein all your life, and to me, as I was trained to be a chef, protein was the meat on the plate or the mushroom or the alternative. Um, I never. It sounds so silly. I never put it into context of we need protein. To me, it was the thing I'm going to put on the grill. That was protein, and that was a vegetable. Do you know what I mean? It was like a category of an ingredient, not. It sounds so. I can't explain what I mean, but it was because I've always been unhealthy, and I've always been I'll eat whatever I want, and it doesn't matter because if I die for 50, I've had a good 50 years, and the furthest thing from the bloody truth. Um, it's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain, but you don't realise how much your body needs protein. I never, anyway. It sounds so silly. I have got a really good education. I've worked really hard throughout my adult life. You just don't realise how much your body needs protein. You just really don't. Um, so hitting my targets as always. Always making sure, obviously, as I'm going up in weight. So when I say going up in weight, this is one thing I wanted to touch on, especially today. So I was 12 stone 6. Over the last 6 months of living up in Norfolk, you lose 90%, you start to gain again, yeah, and that's how it was explained to me. And your body will kind of natural. But obviously, I go to the gym, I work out. I want to look like a man. I want to feel masculine. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel confident. I want to embrace who I am. I've always been very strong. Unfortunately, due to certain physical issues, a lot of my strength is taken away. I have days where I collapse. I have days I can't even get out of bed, and those days will turn into weeks and months. I go through a lot of pain. I don't cry about it. I don't whinge about it. Although when there are times I can't get up, you will see me cry. I'm not going to deny that. I do what I can, and I just get up because I've always had to. I never had the luxury of an amazing childhood, and I learned very early on not to be taken down. Keep going, and I've always said that, just keep going, keep going. How does that relevant? So yeah, so 12 stone, coming back up to going to the gym. That's it. Trainer thought have come back up to 15 stone 3. So as you can imagine, someone who, as all of us, I'm not just saying me, has gone through this process, and it is. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to make a contraption so I can put my phone down. Nope, of course that's not. Sorry, I paused you all then. We all go through this kind of rigmarole, and oh god, there's no one size fits all. Unfortunately, with bariatric surgery, you just have to learn to kind of find your new normal, and it's infuriating. Better, where you can see all of me. It's infuriating because you don't know right from wrong, left from right. And my surgeon has always said to me, "We can't tell you. You have to figure it out. We give you a baseline." So the whole way through this, I've always the first year, obviously, I was eating 60 grams of protein. And then when I lost all the weight, they had to bring my protein levels up after I was passing out. And that's not the surgeon's fault. So I once I've been told what my levels should be per kilo of weight, I can keep on top of that. And then once I'm happy at a figure that I want to look at, you kind of bring it down again. So at the minute I'm 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm 200 grams of protein a day, and I hit that. I hit that really well. And how I'll honestly say to you is hitting that is hemp powder, pea protein powder. I have my Huel. I eat 3 meals a day. I eat very well. In fact, I eat better now than I've ever eaten in my life. And people never believe me when I say that. I've never eaten 3 meals in my life. I actually cannot go without breakfast now. I get really irritable. By lunchtime, I'm barking at you. Do you know what I mean? And I'm grouchy anyway in the morning, so it just don't come near me, especially lunchtime. But I'm keeping on top of that. It is a lifetime journey, and if we don't know where we are, then why are we doing this? And it's you can see I'm gaining muscle. I'm still not happy with the loose skin, and I'm never going to be. But it's a journey. It is a lifetime journey. It's not just a quick fix solution, and people do this, and I'm not saying for the wrong reasons. People think it's over and done with, and thank you, great, yeah, lovely, I'm going to lose weight. And it's not. You need protein to lose weight. You need fluid and you need sleep. Without those factors, you're not going to lose the weight, even with bariatric surgery. And I always sound like such a miserable old twat. I really do. And I don't mean it to be, but I am one of those people. I'm a realist. And I can't... I have to be honest and I have to be truthful with people. You see people like... people come to me asking me for help, and this ain't, I'm not doing this, and that's not right, and that's not right, and the surgeon made an error. No, but it's not the surgeon's error. You haven't listened to basic instruction. You've fallen off the wagon, or whatever, however the phrase is. You've gone out and stuffed your face, or you've drunk empty calories. You've drunk no end of alcohol. You've done whatever, ate a cake, or whatever it is. Now you're suffering from X, Y, and Z. But what I was trying to say It's typical me. This week I hit, the last couple of months, my weight's been creeping up and creeping up and creeping up. Frantically in my head, it's petrified me. Absolutely petrified me. I'm now not seeing, well, I wasn't seeing muscle. I'm now not seeing, muscle growth, and I can see it on camera with you guys, and of course I can see I've got pecs, and they are looking nice, I'll be honest. So I'm looking quite masculine. I'm happy with it. I still want more because, who doesn't? My back looks great. My legs are starting to really kind of square. Who knew legs were square, by the way? That's amazing, and I'm, I've put that work in. But in my head, every pound, every kilo, every whatever that's come on, I'm freaking out. I am freaking out, and it is the most horriblest feeling in the world, because I have to talk to myself and tell myself off. Please believe, I don't just tell you guys off, I don't just tell my friends off when they're asking for my honest opinion. I will sit there and kick my own ass as much as I will as anybody else. And it's not like no, that's a lie. I do panic about it, because in my head, it's that 3-letter word. It's fat. You've put on another pound this week. That's fat, that is. And it's a horrible feeling, because I feel so silly. And how you can't get rid of that feeling. If anyone's truly been big, you can't get rid of that feeling, and it haunts you. Everything you put in your mouth, and this is a stage of bariatric process I'm at. Everything I put in my mouth, not that I'm counting the calories, because I've never counted a calorie in my life, and I was told not to. I'm almost, can I eat this? Should I be eating this? Am I hungry? Am I overeating? I'm starving. I'm fine. I do a good workout. Not that I'm overly physical, because I'm not. I have certain things. There are weeks, crutches, wheelchairs. I don't like to use them, and I hate even admitting that I've got a wheelchair. But those weeks come. Will be coming. It's just. I was told many years ago, it's not a question of if I'll be in a wheelchair, it's when, or the other way around, whichever way that is. No, if and when. So the more I can do now, the better, and that's just life. We all got dealt our cards, and that's it. It's just is what it is. So I'm seeing that weight increase, go up, and in my head it's fat, and these alarm bells are going off. And it's like, and I'll ask everybody, even my gym instructor, bless his heart, he looks at me like, oh God, this conversation again. And he'll say to me, like, look at your muscle. Look how much you've increased since coming here. Look at what you're doing. And he's right. Everyone says the same thing to me. I'm being stupid, I'm being hypersensitive. It's not fat, you can see it's not fat. But in my head, it's scary. And you can imagine the negatives that creep in with that. Sod it. If I've put that on, I may as well eat that. And you sit there and in my own head, I'm having a full-on conversation with myself, and I'm arguing with myself, like a full-on nut moment. Do you know what I mean? I'm full-on going crazy at myself, because I'm talking back, and I'm almost like, well, that's your fault, and then that's you. It's like a ping pong ball. But whether that's healthy or not, for me, it's just, I have to picture things, and I have to kind of break it down in different ways to most. But that's just me. That is just me. I've always been crazy. I hate the word normal. I really do. I hate the word normal, because to me there is no such thing as normal. How do you measure normal? What I react to, you may not. What I find comfortable, you most certainly won't. It's just that way of life, isn't it? But yeah, so it's just dealing with it and dealing in a positive way and understanding, of course, muscle weighs more than fat. You're told that for your whole life. Anybody's constantly dying group has been told that a million times over. I think it's just literally because of the bariatric process, it frightens the life. It has frightened the life out of me more. And again, it's nearly 2.5 years out of surgery. I suppose a little wobble, no, not wobble, a little panic. Am I putting on weight the wrong way? And then you sit there like, well, to be fair, I'm still eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the same quantities that I have not long after surgery. Well, 8 months, 16 months after surgery. My quantity's still been the same. Nothing's increased. Protein levels, obviously, I'm always having to mess around with because I drop and increase. So I constantly kind of keep a rough kind of where I am with that. But yeah, that's really about me this week. That's quite long, so I am sorry. But yeah, I've gone back to university. Hey, thank God. I feel ready. I don't feel ready, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm not going to put it off anymore. I took a little break while I was just, negatives going around in my head and the anger. I'm not going to lie to you, the anger I have felt is real. I feel let down and I feel betrayed and disgusted and hurt. And I heard a conversation that I wish to God, I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm not going to sit there and slate her over social media because that's not the case at all. But it's a conversation that I wish I never heard, quite frankly, because it's what it is. But yeah, anyway, so one of the things, last thing I wanted to say, I do want to post stuff on social media about me going to the gym and stuff like that, and stuff that I'm doing and material to help, help you guys, help you kind of build your own confidence with it. If I can do it, then you can, that type of thing. I'm not going to lie to you, it terrifies me. It absolutely terrifies me. And why it terrifies me, I don't know. I do know that's a lie. I don't care what people think. I don't care. But I care about perceptions. I care about what people think of me as such. Like people, no, it come out wrong. I don't care what people say about me, how physically or whatever. It's more, I don't know. I can't word it. I tell you what, I feel silly. I feel silly doing it. I'm in a gym. I'm not a fitness person. Although I know what I'm doing because over the course of 2 years, I've been extremely lucky. I've had two amazing fitness people. And I do have a tailor-made plan, and I've stood by those plans the whole way through. And yeah, I suppose I feel silly. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I will start. I've started posting little pictures. I do know I need to do it, and I just need to do it. Get the first one over and done with, and I'll be all right. But it's my gym time is really personal to me because there are certain things I haven't told you guys about. I'm gonna have to now, aren't I? So part of my back condition over the years it's got worse. My nerve damage is increasingly getting worse down my left, down my legs. I don't know why it choked me up then. I've always been a real physically strong person. So when I'm at the gym and I'm struggling to hold on to something, or
it's causing you discomfort and pain, and I'm having to wear back braces. And although I've brought a gym one, because I don't want to have an nothing wrong with the NHS, but I don't want to have a, NHS one, hospital one. I want to look normal, and I want to be a healthy 33-year-old man. I don't want the label disabled. I don't. I hate it. But there are times, my weights go all over at the gym. Not that it's about the weight, it's about the movement, and I understand all that, I do, but I am quite competitive, I found out. Although I've been... No, I found out throughout this whole bariatric process I'm extremely competitive. And it's a shame I couldn't find this part of my life sooner. I'm doing really well at the gym, but there are weeks and months where, my legs, I could only do under 100 kilo. In the last couple of weeks alone, because medications kicked in, the normal process, nerve damage, goes up and goes down, goes up and goes down, goes all over the place. My weight's gone right back up again, which is amazing. And I've worked hard. I've worked bloody hard. But what I also say to people is, well, how much does 45 stone weigh in kilos? Well, how much more am I lifting? Probably to the equivalent person, I'm probably only lifting 50 to 100 kilos. And most people push that. You think I was carrying 45 stone every day of my life on my legs. So, do you know what I mean? I've always had, although I haven't always been 45 stone, I've always been a bigger person. I've always had very powerful legs. So really, it's, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, how do you weigh that up? I don't know. When I kind of did a rough workout, when I was thinking about this, because one of the lads at the gym couldn't believe how much I was pressing. And, that's the only way I could kind of show it to people. Yeah, okay, it's a lot to a normal person. But when you look at me and you who've had to carry weight, excessive weight, we've carried that. So you're kind of, to you, it's, well, let's up it, because you're not even feeling nothing. But yeah, I need to upload more stuff for you guys. I don't know why. I just want to show you my body, really. That's it. Just want to show you my little muscles working. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I know this video is really long, so I'm going to try and edit it somehow and maybe put it in a couple of parts, because nobody wants to watch a half an hour video. I just don't. But yeah, still a long way off. If anybody watches this extremely long video in different parts, please donate. I really, really do appreciate it. I really do. I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put the little thing, whatever it is. Honest to God, please like, share, comment, all of that. I'm just a normal guy who wants to start living a normal life. And I need your help with that. My target is 17,000. I know that's a lot of money. And please believe I'm not daft for that. If I could do it myself, I would. I've looked at loans, I've looked at everything. It's just not something I can do. Unfortunately, obviously I have to receive benefits. I hate to admit it. I do and I don't hate to admit it. You get people on social media telling me NHS will do it. Nope, I had to sign about 30 times to a multiple page document that I cannot claim skin removal surgery on the NHS because it is an elective surgery. I'm elected to have bariatric surgery, and the repercussions of bariatric surgery is excess skin, and they will not cover it because I've already had one elective surgery. And that was a signed document, signed contract, and I had to sign, oh god, it was over multiple pages. I had to sign several times, and it was worded differently across the whole thing. The NHS is amazing. We're extremely lucky to have an NHS. and at the minute, it looks like we're not going to have one. But we use it and abuse it, ain't ever going to have one. So I am lucky I had the bariatric surgery. I understand. Don't be wrong. I'll keep trying. I always will, which way I can. I hate asking people for money. I've never had to ask for money in my life. I'd rather go without. But you know, it's 17,000 across a world full of bariatrics. You know, I was hoping. You know, there's thousands of us out there. Cut the pound, £2, whatever. It would get done. And again, it's something I want to document for everybody else. You know, people that are nervy about the surgery. And I've always promised you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, and I am that person. Not only that, I want to encourage more people to go for bariatric surgery. From the start to the finish. You know, I'm 90% of the way through. Last 10%. You know, I will get there. One way or the other, I've got to figure out how to raise that money. I don't know how. I was thinking calendars. But anyway, I'm going to go because it's even longer and I'm very sorry. But I love you. I love you all. I'll see you later.